Palestinian. But tomorrow the same things can be turned around now.
Welcome to Amka Podcast. Today I have a special guest, and he's been in the game of activism for a long time. And today I'm bringing him here for us, for you and I, to see and to understand a little bit of what's going on in the Middle East, in Palestine, and all those kind of things. So we don't want to be biased, but we just want to understand and see where all these things is gonna go. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, sir. Yes.
Hi, my name is Mehmet Rafat. I'm leader of Truth and Solidarity movement. So what's happening in Middle East right now? There is a Zionist organization called as Israel. So the Israel is right now want to conquer entire Middle East. And all the aim is bring a David kingdom. So for David kingdom, the aim is to wipe out all the nation in that Middle East what's going on now. The biggest problem is they sitting in front of them is a place called Palestine. And biggest problem for the Zionist system to wipe out Middle East. So what they want to do now, they are doing massacre. They are doing genocide. And they got power from America. They got money from America, as well as they got backup from Britain, Germany, France. So they think they got all the powers. They will wipe out the people in front of the world, and we will keep quiet. No, we are not going to keep quiet about it. And we will stand against injustice what's happening in the Middle East. Because if there is no peace in the Middle East, there will be no peace in the world. There will be no peace in Uganda. There will be no peace in Kenya. There will be no peace in Angola. There will be no peace in Canada. There will be no peace in India. There will be no peace in China. The problem is in the Middle East because the reason is the Middle East. That the three religions of the world came out from the Middle East, especially that land called Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the center of the world. Whoever controls Jerusalem controls the world. Not you, whoever control media or control money. Whoever control Jerusalem is controlled. Because Jerusalem is the center of the world. So what happened, they're thinking they will wipe out those people so they will control Jerusalem. No. There is right now in 2.5 million people of Gaza in Jerusalem. But what about 8 billion population out there? We are not going to keep quiet about this. You are doing genocide in front of our eyes. And we're not going to keep quiet about that. We'll stand against you with injustice, what you're doing to our people in Middle East right now. You're bombing innocent children. You killed over 7,000 children last 1 month. That doesn't mean that child can be a child of Ugandan or child of Kenyan or child of Angola. It's the same child is being killed right now. Just man in Uganda recently, let me explain to you. The president of Uganda recently said LGBTQ must be banned. Immediately,
Yes.
you ban the country from all over. Just because the man said, I don't want LGBT. I'm sorry, you're not going to make me become gay and lesbian. I'm so sorry for you.
I understand, yes.
What's happening in Middle East, you must know that. You are not going to force people to believe you are the justice of the world. You're not a justice. You are the enemy of the world. And you're not going to impose us with your enemy mentality. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. A quick question, because when sometimes I look at the map at the ancient map, and then the descendants of everyone. For me, I'm always saying Jewish people are Arabs. This is what I do believe, because if we trying to trace back the roots of Abraham, where he came from Mesopotamia, and if you locate Mesopotamia right now, it is Iraq. So how come if they are descendant of Abraham, they are not Arab? Because Abraham himself was
Arab,
Arab.
sure, they
So
are Arab. They cannot deny that. No such things. Abraham had two children. One is Isaac, one is
yes,
Ishmael. I'm sorry.
yes,
Now you tell me, my father has got two sons. One is calling
yep,
himself Arab, and the son is calling himself Jewish. And they're not brothers. That's nonsense. They are brothers. Right on brothers killing
exactly.
brothers. That's what's happening now. If they like it or
Yeah,
not. just because they both has got different beliefs. One has got gangster mentality, one has got humanity mentality. Do you understand?
Yes.
They are two brothers. They are real
Yes.
two brothers. You know, no matter what's happening, DNA cannot change. The DNA is same.
DNA cannot change. Yeah. Yes.
So,
Exactly. So so like the people what we're trying not to confuse is like it's like Philistine, Palestine, and Jewish and Judea, right? So for my understanding, I understand like Philistine was an area, right? And Judea was an area. So I mean, just like
so
now
let me
we
tell you
have
something.
Gaza, we have
Okay, sorry, I
West
tell you
Bank, we have, say again,
let me tell you something. 1967, they came up with
1967.
two state solution. Why can't you just go
Yes.
back to state solution? Let you know what, like two brothers. Okay, one for him. You know, why can't you live in
Okay.
peace? Simple and basic. Why do you want to
Yes.
kill the people? Why do you want to displace people? Why?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Tomorrow, for example,
Mm.
tomorrow other people become in power, they must displace you. It's unacceptable. This is like exactly what
Yes.
happened in Rwanda recently, Hutu and Tutsi stories. You can't
Exactly.
displace your brother. I'm sorry, brother. That land belongs to both people. You can't. You need to learn how to live together.
Yeah.
This is exactly.
I think, yeah.
This is the
I
same
think
story.
most people, yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I think when it became about two people, it's very hard than it's about a lot of people when it's come to live together. Let's say, for example, if the Zulus and the Xhosa of South Africa, they were only the one sole ethnic clans in South Africa, it was gonna be the same as we saw in Rwanda in 1994, and what we are seeing like right now in Palestine and Israel. Uh, the question is like where, I mean, the hatred apparently it's been spread for the two communities, whereas the Jewish people, because I talked to the Jewish people, and they say that Palestinians are the one that they are bullies. They always say they will throw them to the into the sea and stuff like that. So
Okay,
everybody
let me
that
tell you
was
this.
born,
I
who is
apologize.
born in that with
Last,
that mentality, they always like are being provocative toward Jewish people. And what the Jewish people they're trying to do is just to defend themselves. Whereas when Hamas is coming, I mean, like they they profile them as the terrorists. So I don't understand that kind of thing
okay, I'm going to
because
tell you this.
recently I was,
Now I'm going to tell you
yes,
the third. If last 17 years, 70 years, last 70 years, if your
yes,
house has been burglared by same thieves, if your sister has been raped by same people, if your child has been
mm,
killed by same people last 70 years, I'm talking 70 years, are you going to keep quiet about it?
I don't
This
think
anger
everybody
didn't
will
go
keep quiet.
overnight, sir. This anger is anger
Mm,
of 70 years.
yeah,
You've been raping these people last 70 years. You displaced entire. If you go back 1948, you will see was Israel was tiny little state. Today Israel took entire Palestine. Right now, Palestine
I
is a
know.
tiny state. There is
Yeah,
no
yeah,
place for like
exactly.
2.5. Listen carefully. You are displacing 2.5 million Gazan people. Where are these people going to go? Where? To the sea? Come on. You can't push people out of the land. That land is belong to them. They've been there 1,000 years, 5,000 years. That is belong to them, belong to their fathers. Same like it's
Yes,
belong to you
exactly.
as well. I'm not saying it does not belong to you. You are also part of the land. The only things we can do, we can come up with two-state solution. Live together in peace. If you like it or not. East Jerusalem, West Jerusalem. West Jerusalem, you stay. East Jerusalem, let them stay. Simple and basic. You stay one part against the other part. If you don't want to meet each other, it's fine. It's your solution. It's your problem. But live in peace. The problem is Zionists
Mm,
are arrogant people. They are arrogant. They think they are the super nation. They think they are supernatural people. No such a thing. He's your brother.
mm,
You like it or not. He's your DNA. Do
yes,
DNA test. You will see you are the same DNA. If you like it or not, he's your brother. That's what you're doing. You kill your own brother just because he's believing in something else. You know, minutes old.
I
Let me tell you something. minister people of Gaza says no, they believe in Judaism, they will all be forgiven and forgotten. Same second, they will given their entire land just because they don't want to accept it. Come on, don't do that.
So
Right?
what do you think? Yeah. Like for me, the things that like they're trying, like the Jewish community always trying to distinguish themselves from the Arabs, which is
They
we
are
do
Arab, sir. They
understand
are Arab. They like it or not. They are Arab. They are. Their father is Arab. I'm
because
sorry. Who is their father? Their father is Ibrahim. Who is Ibrahim?
yes,
Abraham. I'm sorry.
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Ma-
Arab father is Abraham. His father is Abraham. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, grandfather was Abraham.
Yes,
Moses, do you understand? Oh, listen here. If you like it or not, it's coming from same place. You're going to accept it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing here is like, you know, we tend to understand that kind of thing. Like it's been generational, almost like a 350,000 years. If you calculate the 350,000 years where they say like the Jewish people, they came from Judea, and then the Roman empires after the Ottomans, they kicked them out of Judea, and then they were expelled to European countries. So I think those like 150 generational things, it's kind of like telling them that they are not the same, and that's exactly why they should go back and claim their land because they are not the same. And then this is kind of a little bit of European mentality because we, the people, we don't really understand that kind of thing because if they were living in peace there, because some Hebrews, some of them, they've never left. I've watched a couple of rabbis where they say that the Jewish people, the real Jewish people of Palestine, because there were no Israel, they've never left. They were there, they were living in peace and harmony, like you said, until 1948, because I've been so much into this, and I saw like from the 14th of May, when the Balfour Declaration was declared, Israel, the state of Israel, that was like a 14 May 1948, and then the 15th of May 1948, it was a war. So, I mean, what can you explain us about that situation? Because we don't really understand that
Let me tell
whole
you something.
situation. Yes.
When 1514, when Ottoman people took over Jerusalem, listen here, 1514.
Yes.
And if you look at last 400 years, when was Jerusalem under Ottoman Empire, you will never hear massacre, you will never hear about genocide, you will never hear
Exactly.
Jewish or Christian, Muslim had internal war. You never. They were living.
They were all living in
exactly
peace.
in
Yes.
the same city, with peace, with harmony. Bethlehem was a peace place. Jerusalem was peace place. There were synagogues. The rabbis. Listen, the same synagogue was in Istanbul also.
Yes.
The same church was in Istanbul also. If you go Istanbul, all Istanbul, you will see it. The church, synagogue, mosque, they are right next to each other. They've never been shut down. Thousand years. The problem is this mentality of Zionism. It is not. It's how can I explain to you? It is not identifying real Judaism. It's not.
Exactly.
Like the Zionist
Yes.
mentality and Judaism, it is totally different. The Zionist mentality came out from Europe. Those people who ran away from Ukraine, from Lithuania, from all these places, and they're thinking they are better Jews than any Jews on the earth. Do you understand? So, and they're using Judaism, and they are trying to massacre people, genocide in Palestine. That is land of Palestine. That's the land of children of Abraham. That's land of Ismail, Ishaq. They are land of their children. All we can say, we pray. There is two-state solution. The only way there is no peace in Middle East. I promise you, my whole heart, there will be no peace on the earth until we find a peace in the Middle East. Because as I mentioned to you before, whoever control Jerusalem, control the world.
So
Whoever control Jerusalem will in power. So right now,
So
the matter of the power right now, they think they will control power through genocide. No, it's not going to work out. You might be in power today, tomorrow you'll wipe out too. Do you understand what
so
I'm saying?
yeah, you say whoever controls Jerusalem is controlling the world. Like,
Listen,
what is that thing is in Jerusalem? Because we don't know. We don't
listen, the
know.
Jerusalem, as I told you, birth of three religions. Don't forget.
Yes, I
So
know that. Yes.
whoever in power, listen carefully. Like Ottoman Empire was in control of Jerusalem for 400 years, and they were superpower.
Yeah.
Do you remember? They were
400. Yes.
superpower.
Yes. Yes.
They were called a superpower of their era. So right
Mm,
now, America is not a superpower. In reality, right now, who is the superpower of the world right now? Is Israel. You know why they
exactly.
call them? Yeah. America is a state of Israel right now. Don't ever forget. Germany is the state of Israel right now. France is the state of Israel right now.
UK and Japan also.
They are state right now, sir. I don't know if you saw a video I put it 2 days ago. People of Japan start singing
I
anthem of
saw
Israel. They
and
sing an
putting the
anthem.
flags of
Yes.
yes.
So now what does mean
Mm,
is this? How can you sing anthem of somebody which doesn't look like you at all, and you sing it with your whole heart in it because you
mm,
obey the state, sir. So whoever, as
mm,
I mentioned to you, whoever control Palestine or Israel is
mm,
controlling the world. So right now they're trying to control the world through them. So maybe next era will be Muslim people. If the Muslim people going to control us, there will be Muslim empire. This is the world, my brother.
mm.
The power is Jerusalem. So Jerusalem is the
Yes.
center of the world. So God created, sir. It is energy in that land. Okay.
Mm,
Jerusalem,
mm,
Istanbul, and Mecca. The three cities in the world is very important city. Whoever
mm,
controls the three cities, they are having a serious power on the earth. Right now, Mecca has been controlled by Saudis, Istanbul controlled by
mm,
Turkish, and Jerusalem by
mm,
controlled by Ukrainian Jewish people.
mm,
So
mm,
those people are right now is controlling the world. Not America. Forget
mm.
about America. Not Britain. They are just puppets.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, war is between
Exactly.
the situation, as I mentioned to you.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So, how is all these things are going to unfold? Because we are
Only
tired
way
of
will be,
seeing
sir.
the
Only
things.
way we need to compromise. We need to compromise. They need to compromise, and from our side, we also need to compromise. So we need to
Mm.
respect their existence and then to respect our existence. You know?
But so many people already been killed. How is this going to be like repairable?
Listen,
Like,
brother, as I told you, the only solution is they must go back to 1967 borders. They must leave the
mm,
land behind. You know, the land which they've been occupying illegally. They must give back to the people of Palestine. Do you understand? And they
okay,
must pay. They
okay,
must pay the cost, the damages they done to those people of Palestine. They must pay the
okay.
cost. They must go back where they are. You know, and there the
Where,
world.
like, where are they gonna go back? They're gonna go
They
back
must go
where?
back to, as I told you, 1967 border. There is
Like
1967 border.
where?
If you go back to the map, you will see 1967 border. It is. They will stay at the same land, but they will stay in the
Now I
developed border.
see, I see in the map before 1948 there was no Israel, there were Palestine, where somebody Tubman of America when they decided to settle the Israeli into Palestine. But if like this is actually the biggest problem, you say like they should go away because I do
No, no,
believe
no.
all of
Sure,
them
sure.
they belong
Well,
to
I'm
there.
trying to tell you, like for example, they
Yes,
got a place called Tel Aviv, am I right? Tel Aviv. They can go back to live in
yes,
Tel Aviv. Okay. So Tel Aviv becomes
yes,
the center of living. Okay. So Muslim
yes.
people in that land mustn't touch Tel Aviv. They must respect Tel Aviv. Okay. So the same thing they
Mm,
must respect. For example, Gaza, they must respect Jenin. They must respect, for example, Ramallah. They must respect it. So the only thing
yes,
is, we need to build proper,
yes,
not UN, not UN. UN is lost credibility.
yes,
We need to
yes,
build a proper guarantor nations. Maybe Turks
yes.
can be a guarantor nation. Maybe Turk can bring their soldiers in the land to protect Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
See, right now Palestine
Mm,
hasn't got any protection.
mm.
They
They've got no protection,
no
like from
protection whatsoever.
everybody. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's why Israelis, like especially those illegal settlers, they're killing people as well. You see how much? I think about 300-400 people also killed by settlers right now, which nobody talking
Mm,
about it.
yes.
Do you understand now?
Okay.
Those settlers,
Yeah, I do
those
understand.
settlers,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So basically, we need to bring a Turks into land as a guarantor nation. You know, the same. No more
Mm-hmm.
United Nations. Must be somebody which is reputable. Right now, the only reputable country in between Muslim countries is the Turkish people. So we bring Turkish
Yes.
people there as guarantor people for Palestinian. They can, Israeli can control their own people and go back to
Mm,
1967 borders. Listen carefully.
yes.
1967 borders can be created two-state solution. The Palestinian can be declared as independent state. Israel can stay as an
Mm-hmm.
independent state. You know, we respect them. They must respect us. So we can build this peace
Exactly.
from this. Otherwise, there will be no peace. This war will continue. The tears will be continue. Today they might try and wipe it out Palestinian, but tomorrow the same things can be turned around now. Don't ever forget that. Things
Mm.
can be turned
In
around.
1967, who had the occupation of the full occupation of Jerusalem?
They didn't have full occupation. They would have half of occupation Jerusalem. There was half of Jerusalem was Israel, half was Palestine. So we must
So
do the same thing.
that was like 50-50 or 40
Yes, yeah,
or
50-50,
46.
yes. No, that's exactly 50-50. Okay. So we must go back to 50-50 again. You see,
I mean, and that time it was peace, right?
there was peace. Listen, 1967. That's you know what was no problem. Yes, the couple of war happened, okay, but still was no problem as today. Today is a massacre. It's a genocide today.
I don't get it, man. I'm praying, like we're praying. We all praying for the people that lost their
Sure.
lives, like both
And
sides,
you must
Israel and
never forget.
Palestine.
Let me tell you something. They're not only killing Muslim people right now. They're also killing Christian people also. And nobody talking about it. They
No,
wiping
I've
out.
seen that. I've seen that.
Listen,
I've
they're
seen that.
wiping
Yeah.
out Christianity that land too.
Mm,
They're calling Christian people are idol worshippers.
mm,
They openly
mm,
saying they will beheaded all these Christian people. They are openly saying. I have videos in my hand.
mm,
So nobody talking about it. Christian people of the world is just keeping quiet. Keeping quiet for what? That's your brother. They already destroyed three churches. The three oldest churches they destroyed into pieces. They don't care.
Imagine.
That's
They
your
don't care.
that's your heritage. Your heritage is gone.
Mm.
Nobody talking about it. This is not a Jewish and Muslim war. This is the war Jewish against Muslim and Christian. In reality, this is what they portray. But we don't
But
say Jewish people.
to do
We say
believe
Zionists.
also, it's not like all the Jewish people that they want this, because we've seen like the biggest Jewish community came out in America and Washington, and then there were some protesters that they were marching against what Israel is doing right now. We've seen here in South Africa the Jewish community, they came out to support the Palestinians people. My problem is just like, I think the fight is more about Americans and Europeans against the other people, which is they go behind Israel, the intoxicating Netanyahu, I don't know, and they made him like fighting because they know what they're looking for. Apparently, they want the fights with Iran. Apparently, like the David Ben Gurion project, like the Suez Canal. There is so many things. Like I
Tell you
mean, like,
something.
and the
Listen,
people that they are behind those things, they are worse things.
yeah, no, this is not going to stay with only with Gaza, right? If they win over Gaza, tomorrow there will be
Yes.
Lebanon, there will be Iraq, there will be Syria, there will be
Yes.
Saudi, there will be Egypt, as well as part of Turkey also, because they
Yes.
are aiming to build King David empire. That's all they're aiming
Kingdom.
at.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they want to build that. That is their dream. But that's craziness. That's madness. So because you want to build your
But
dream and you wanna wipe out all these people out of that land? Oh, come on.
yes.
So you think everybody
So
will keep quiet about it? No, it's not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So
So if you're trying to build that kingdom of King David, you're gonna have to wipe what is this? Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, and
almost
Egypt
600
as
million
well.
population. There is about 600 million population wiped out.
Madness,
And they
madness,
are
madness.
literally they are only 9 million population. So 9
Yeah,
million
yeah,
want to
yeah.
wipe up 600 million. And they're talking about
Yes.
atomic bombs, they're talking about all these things. But you want,
Mm.
listen, you know Hiroshima, all right? Atomic
I know
bomb
Hiroshima.
not only affect Hiroshima, affect entire the region. I think these people are mad
Yeah.
people. Now imagine you put the
I,
atomic bomb in Gaza. It's not going to affect Tel Aviv. Will affect it. Come on.
I was I was actually surprised when I saw the video, like the Japanese people, they are cheering for Israel, and I'm like, if we do remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where America put everything down in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, like, I mean, do Japanese, like, are they afraid, or like they don't want that thing to be repeated to them, or how? Because this
No,
is
they
like
lost.
they
Listen,
went out of their
Japanese,
history.
tell you something. Japanese people lost their integrity. They lost it.
Big time. I do believe that big time.
Listen,
Because if everybody knows about
let me tell
Hiroshima
you
and
something.
Nagasaki, and then you can't
Yes.
support this.
Yeah, not only Japanese people, German people also. They lost their
Mm.
integrity. German nation
Yeah,
was
yeah,
also a
yeah.
very strong nation. They were a great nation before
Yeah, yeah.
before Second World War. Okay, German people doesn't matter. They're a very good nation. German
I
lost their
think I
integrity.
think sometimes I think like the German, they're trying to repay what they've done to the Jewish people. Like the 6 million people died in Holocaust, so that's why they support them by force or whatever. I don't know. You trying to tell me like what's the
No,
coincidence of
no, no,
like
no.
being behind all the
Listen,
killings of all these
no,
people?
no. I
Yeah.
tell you straight. About 5% Germany control entire Germany.
Mm,
95% German, 95%. They are not happy about what's happening in Palestine.
exactly.
Only
You're right.
5% is happy. Only 5%. The top five.
Mm, the top
Okay,
five,
my
yes.
battery is about to die now. Okay, so maybe I think we will have another
All right,
two,
man.
3 minutes.
Thank you so much for being on Amka podcast. We see your fight, we see your activism, and we love it so much. And once again, I appreciate for the content that you explaining to people, and keep being you, man. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
God bless you, brother. Look after yourself. I thank you for the opportunity. May God bless you all.
Thank you, thank you. All
I
right,
thank you.
thank
Bye.
yeah. That was Mehmet. He's a I don't want to call him a freedom fighter, but he's one of the most activism person in the Western Cape. He was just trying to clarifying what's happening in Gaza, in Palestine, and what the misunderstanding, because people, we have so much misunderstanding about what's happening right now because of the media. They are trying to bully us. They are trying to telling us who's terrorist and who's defendant and who's not the oppressor. You know, those kind of thing. Once again, if you're gonna comment on this video, please be careful of your words. Do not judge people. Do not showing hatred on this content, because we are already losing so many people, and we don't want to lose people. Like almost 5,000 children already dead, like 73% of women. And I mean, it's I mean, like the world is such a mess. Like right now, man, the world is such a mess. Like, so I don't really understand. I was talking about my friend to my friends like a week ago, telling my friend that Hamas, they are not terrorists. I mean, and this was really like a biggest topic, because people were saying, if Hamas, they are not terrorists, who are they? So I'm just happy because Mehmet explained it. It's like, if your sisters and mother, they were raped for 76 years, what would you do? I mean, that's exactly the question you don't answer that question, but ask yourself that question, because it's very different when you answer the question and when you ask yourself that question. If your sisters, they were raped for 76 years in a row, or they were stopped for nothing, what would you do? Would you decide that thing to continue? Would you decide that thing to end? Would you decide to put the end on that thing? You know, that's exactly why Hamas stood up as the resistant movement, Islamic resistant movement against all the crap that they were doing, like the other people across the board that they were doing. And look at this. So I watched Elon Musk before yesterday was saying that the more you're killing Palestinians, the more you are making more Hamas. And I do believe even within 10 generation, this thing will still exist. We don't know who's going to come up on top of the game, but whoever's going to be stronger by the 10th generation and whatever 100 generation, I mean, they'll come on top of the game. So this is it for today. If you have any knowledge, drop the comment below there. If you've watched this from anywhere around the world, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Hit the button, subscribe, and activate the bell notification. I mean, we pray for both sides, Israel and Palestine. We want the ceasefire. Netanyahu, since 1995, I mean, it's been so devastated for the city of Gaza and West Bank. We don't want that. The world doesn't want that. We want the ceasefire. Like, we want everybody to live in peace. We don't want the Hamas to cause trouble anymore. And that's it for today. I'm Kans. I will see you next time. And yeah, cheerio. Peace. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Amka Podcast. Man, today is my first day. I'm using Riverside.fm. It's very good software for podcaster, internet, all those kind of digital visual that you're trying to do, like except for designs and the other thing. So today, actually been uh, watching this guy on my TikTok, and he was having a powerful message about relationship. If you are not really ready to be in a relationship, please don't be in a relationship, because I could even seen some comments here, like people are talking about comments, which is it's kind of wild. So his message is really clear. It's very deep and it's profound. I will let you hear it so you can see like what happening. There we go.
Quick question. Are you qualified to be in that long-term healthy relationship that you say you want so much? What do I mean by that? How's your communication skills? Do you communicate or do you shut down? And when you do communicate, are you aggressive? Are you passive aggressive? Are you
Man,
passive?
this is actually it's something that we need to learn and we need to understand. Like, communication is the key of our relationship, but communicating in it properly is a greatest key of our relationship. So when we're talking about communication, it's not like we communicate things like clearly in a transparent way, and that's what the most of the things that killing us in a relationship. I mean, express your feeling, express your thought, and express yourself. Do not just thinking about something and think that it's going to be the way you are while you are not expressing it. So he was right. Communication. Are you passive? Are you aggressive? I mean, do you reserve yourself or you communicate in a proper way? So I don't know about you, but most people uh like that. Like, they don't communicate properly. They're expecting people to do what they are not communicating, that they are not expressing, and then it's causing the problem. And then you fight in your relationship, and then boom, it's called to a breakout. It's dangerous. Like,
Are you a good listener? Can you listen and understand what the person is trying to say instead
this
of
is
listening to
hectic.
respond?
Are you a good listener? Man, I can be honest with you. Personally, I used to be a person who used to chat back so much. Like, every time a person is talking, it's kind of like I'm trying to process the thing in my mind, and I think that I already understand what a person is about to say, and I'm jumping directly to conclusion. And then the end of the day, I found myself that I was right. I was wrong. I wasn't right. And then that used to cause me a lot of problem. I didn't realize that that was a problem, but as we grow, we learn every single day, and I understood that. Wait, I was mistaken. I should not listen to respond, but I should listen to understand. So what type of person are you? Do you listen to understand or do you listen to respond? Let me know let me know in the comment below. Yeah, let's go.
Do you have the ability to compromise? Or do you have to have it your way all the time? How about your ability to forgive? Or do you hold grudges? Have you dealt with your past relationship trauma? Or are you still holding grudges from 6, 7 relationships ago that you're bringing into your current relationship? Speaking of trauma, have you dealt with your childhood trauma? Do you hate all men because your dad was
This
messed up? Or do
is
you hate all women?
it's hey man. it's let me replay this. What did he say here? How about your ability to forgive? Um are you a good listener? So we were here. So let me play the
Good listener. Can you listen and understand what the person is trying to say instead of listening to respond? Do you have the ability to compromise? Or do you have to have it your way all the
man.
time?
Us men, like male, they like to impose things in their household, in their relationship. It's not really a good thing. What you should have done the best is to consider everybody's opinions, everybody's suggestion. I remember Dale Carnegie once said, the only way to empower someone is to congratulating them and to show them value. If you do not want to share or showing value to your partner, how do you empower them? You cannot empower someone by neglecting them or by do not consider them. Consideration is the key in a relationship. Do not just take anything your way. If you see you have a better way, keep asking for the opinion and then you take a conclusion. Don't just be like, it's me, it's me. No, that's ego. And ego in a relationship doesn't really work. Believe me. Let me know in a comment below what kind of way do you utilize to get along with your partner or to get a solution with your partner. Let me know in a comment below.
How about your ability to forgive? Or do you hold
How
grudges?
is your ability to forgive or do you hold grudges? I'll be saying myself, I'm a type of a person like we can fight right now and then after 34 minutes, I'm gonna be fine. Let me just process those things. The anger's gonna go, and then the end of the day, I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I really like myself about that because I don't know who taught me this. Apparently, my mama. But if I am wrong, I'm gonna come to you and apologize. Some people see that as a weakness, as a sign of weakness, but I do agree. Sometimes I'm weak and I don't want to keep that weakness. That's why I'm coming to you straight away. Yo, man, we fought. I don't understand. I was wrong. But I also think maybe you were wrong. If you don't hold yourself accountability of your wrongness, it's okay. I'm gonna do to mine. And the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold grudges. You know, some some things are very hard to forgive or to forget, but I'm just gonna bullshit it and then I'm gonna move on because I can't be just staying there holding grudges. It's not gonna help me.
Have you dealt with your past relationship trauma? Or are you still holding grudges from 6, 7 relationships ago that you're bringing into your current relationship? Speaking of trauma, have you dealt with your childhood trauma? Do you hate all
Childhood trauma. I was talking with my girlfriend about this. I don't have like in a sort of a relationship way. I really don't have, but in the sort of like life way, I do have because I came from a country where like the war, we were devastated by the war, and in sometimes it's as if I see like convoy of soldiers, helicopters, um, those things they trigger my mind, and I keep on remember the situation that we had in 1996 in Congo. I mean, like that was like, bro, man, I don't want to repeat that thing. I mean, I think that's the kind of trauma that I have, but in a relationship, no, not really. They play.
All men because your dad was messed up, or do you hate all women because your mom was messed up? How about your ability to be
Do you
accountable
believe
when
in
you were wrong?
this? Guys, this is kind of one of the most important things that um we always underestimate. And this is it is about how you grew up, because most people come in a relationship and they were not taught how to handle someone's behavior situations, and those kind of situations, they kind of like not helping you in your journey. They are not helping you to grow as a person with another person, to grow as a person with your partner. You know, so many people were born where they in the families where there were no love. So many people were born in families where they don't know how to handle some certain situations, and then you just date somebody, and then you understand like they're not gonna be there for you. I mean, to consoling you, like to be, I mean, emotionally, physically, mentally, they're not going to be there. All they do care is like partying, shopping, and I mean like money situations like that. I mean, so it's not really sometimes our fault, but it's depend of how we grew up, because that was like our parent duties, and they did not fulfill those duties, and then now in our journeys, in our relationship, we kind of struggle. I mean, this is very sad because a lot of people are really like that. They didn't grow with love, and this is really effective in a bad way because it's killing our relationships, and then we just keep on blaming each other for no reason. Oh, you are wrong, you are right. No, it's because of those things. And that's the reason why I try to play this video, because it's kind of helpful.
Do you have the ability to say, I'm sorry? And then do you have the ability to change the behavior that caused the pain? How about your ability to love a person in their love language and not what you think it should be? How about your trust issues? Have you been able to deal with those? What about your anger management? What happens when you do get triggered? What happens when you do get angry? Is it WWE?
What about when you get triggered? Are you? I mean, you become a Rambo in the jungle or what? Man, all these things we got to learn in a relationship. You got to learn how to be patient. You got to learn how to cooperating, how to collaborating. I mean, relationship is our like it's the key to our success, because if you don't have any good relationship with your friends, your partner, your bosses, your colleagues, I mean, it's very hard for you. I mean, you just got to be a good person, you know? You just have to be kind. I mean, kindness doesn't mean like you are weak. You know, kindness is the kind of thing that's gonna open door for you. I mean, kindness is that thing that is gonna elevate you, is gonna lift you up. When you are kind, even the entire universe is going to be kind to you, you know? So forgive, forget, move on, don't fight, don't chat back, don't be a person of anger issue. Emotional intelligence is kind of that thing like everybody should learn, and learn how to control it. Do not be a kind of person like, I've heard so many people be like, I'm a short-tempered person, and I'm like, bro, you should be ashamed of yourself to say that in public. Really. We're trying to control that thing, not to be proud of that thing. Yeah.
Off the top ropes? Do you justify your negative behaviors? Do you make excuses for your shortcomings? Do you have the ability to repair relationships when you cause damage? How's your ability to handle truth about you? How's your ability to handle constructive criticism? How's your boundaries?
How is your
Are you
ability to handle truth about yourself? When they're telling you about your self truth, how do you handle that situation? Because I see a lot of people, they I mean, truth always hurts, but it's the truth. You cannot deny it. constructive criticism, I mean, there's two types of criticism: constructive criticism and the other criticism, just like people they don't like you. But we should be focusing more on constructive criticism. I read this quote before that says it takes both rain and the sun for a flower to grow. If you don't accept that you're gonna have to pass through the worst to get to the best, and then I don't understand why do you want to get to the best first. You know, you're gonna have to go through darkness to get to light. You know, so if you don't believe in a constructive criticism, I don't think you allow yourself to grow. I don't think you allow yourself to glow, and I don't think you allow yourself to shine because it's just gonna be there. You know, in a relationship, in everything, it's just going to be there. So constructive criticism is very critical, and you got to handle it properly. Yeah.
Aware of micro cheating, emotional cheating, physical
I've been
cheating.
researching about micro cheating, emotional cheating, and physical cheating. Micro cheating is like kind of flirting and talking to people on social media. You're trying to interact with so many people as you can while you are in a relationship, which is very bad. You can't do that. Emotional cheating is like you getting intense with other people while you have your partner. It's like you get to the point where you're trying to cheat, like really physically, but you are not cheating because you'll be like, oh wait, I have a partner, so if I was about to have an affair with you, this is going to affect my relationship, so I can't do that. But I'm gonna tell you something: you cannot allow yourself to get to that situation. Everything you do in your life, you allow those things to happen. And to get to the point where you are you are being emotionally cheating with someone else while you have a partner, I don't believe that is a good idea. It's like you just already cheating, you're already cheating. And physical cheating, everybody knows. I mean, these things are not allowed in a relationship. I mean, you shouldn't be doing those in a relationship because they are just going to end your relationship. That's it. It's easy. All right.
Have
No,
you
I
done
haven't.
any of those? Is that your go-to when things go wrong? If you haven't become aware of and dealt with those things that I talked about, you might not be ready. I'm just saying. Quick question.
Okay. I mean, that's it for this video. Had about 1.2 million. If I read the comments here, you're gonna understand that so many people are not ready to date. This comment got 1525 likes when I thought I was ready, but now I see still I have some more work to do. Again, she thought she was ready, but to be honest, you think you're gonna be working on yourself, but without someone, you're not gonna be working on yourself because you need to have somebody who's gonna bring that pressure on you, and then that's how you're gonna learn how to control your pressure, your emotion, your character, how you're gonna be reacting, and all those kind of things. I made a promise to myself that I will never yell at my woman out of anger. Love your spouse as you love Christ. A calm man is a powerful man. I do believe that. I wish you keep your promise. On point. Communication is the key. Communicating a proper way is the key. The man I'm in a relationship with, he's helping me through almost all your questions. I'm in therapy now. Amazing. These questions are so important and makes people think before wanting that relationship. That's exactly. So that's exactly what I've been like talking today, this relationship video. You, if you've been in a relationship that has too much trouble, too much drama, I mean, you don't have to allow that. You don't have to quit a relationship trying to make somebody understand that you will be there for them. I mean, you can do something better for them, for them, and see how it's going to help you. Because this thing about quitting relationship because of someone's behavior, it might be your behavior that's wrong, and you go to another relationship, you're gonna face the same problem. So let me know what do you think in the comment below. And once again, Riverside is a dope platform, like is a dope software to do some podcasting. I'm just like doing it today, and I'm loving it so much. I've been struggling with some other people, um, but now I really, really love Riverside so much, and it is great. So if you are watching this, if you're listening to this on Spotify, please hit the button subscribe on the link below. It's gonna direct you straight to our podcast on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, from YouTube, please hit the button subscribe. If you have subscribed, please hit the button, activate notification so you cannot miss one of our episodes every single day that we upload. And that's it for me for today. And I'm gonna tell you, peace. I will see you soon, actually. Yeah, I will see you soon. All right, cheerio. Thank everybody. Welcome to Amka Podcast. I'm your host Ali Bin Saidi. Without further ado, I was watching this video on my TikTok by what's his name again? Bilal. Um, Sheikh Bilal Assad. Sheikh Bilal Assad is sharing 4 things that every woman loves in her husband, and every 4 things that the husband loves in her woman. And I thought this will be so helpful for you to watch. I mean, when Bilal is talking about marriage, it's not only about marriage, because there is so many things like relationships, like you need to know your partner, and that can help your relationship stay stronger at the highest level. It's kind of like Islamist teachings, but I love it so much. And let me just play so you can hear what he has to say. Yes, let's go.
In her husband, and 4 things loves in her husband, and loves. I think there's more. If you can do them, Allah, you'll have a beautiful life, enjoyable one with your spouse in every way, inshallah. These are not from about it. This is decades of research. I'm just summarizing for you on a plate for you, inshallah. Number 1, she loves when he defends her, protects her, and supports her. Even if she doesn't admit it, she likes it. He listens to her, he listens to her emotions.
Yo, man, you got to defend your partner, bro. Like, I mean, women, they kind of like, they're trying to, they always feel like a man should be done this, should be doing this. A man she'll be, you know, I mean, like all the responsibilities, like they got to be on man's head. You know what I'm saying? So women love when you protect them. Like you got to build a security tie. Like you got to guarantee their security. They don't like when they are feeling insecure. You know, so if you are the type of a woman, a man who doesn't trying to protect your woman, your girlfriend, you know, can't protect the marriage, guarantee you at the end of the day she's just gonna leave you because she wanna feel protected. She wanna feel secure, and this is true. Like, man, I do really agree with like this one, 100%. Like you got to protect the woman. That's why they always even say ladies first, you know? Yeah.
He listens to her words. When you're listening to your wife, the word whenever you get a break to show her that you have been listening. Number 1, he loves when he defends her, protects her, and supports her. Even if she likes it. He listens to her, he listens to her emotions, he listens to her words, he listens to her with.
Man, this is kind of hard because honest with you, like men don't want to listen to women. They don't. And I'm like, women are very emotional human type. And men, we have emotions, and but we don't deal with our emotion. What we deal with is something else. It's not our emotion, you know. But women, they got this like weird feelings, and they don't. They just want you to understand. They just want to feel it. While we can't feel the same feeling, like it's the same time sometimes. And this is the reason why we always trying to keep complicating things, because women, they don't want our a little bit of aggressivity, that male energy, and also we don't get along with their feelings, and therefore we fight. So if you can be that person who can understand, who can chill, who can tolerate, who can be patient about your woman's feelings. I'm also struggling with that big time, I can be honest with you. um I'm also but if you can be that type of person, I mean, like, you're gonna win her heart so much, like, big time. Yeah.
Listening, you listen to it, throw in another word whenever you get a break to listening. Number three, to give tender physical.
This is actually something that people need to know. Women, most of the women, they are not good listeners, but they always want you to listen more than them. You, when you don't listen properly, than them, it's a fight. But them, when they don't listen, then it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to listen, be careful, and continue. Yes, let's go to number three. Physical tender touch. Let's see it.
Physical touches. And you like these. Little, these.
There we go.
Number three, give physical touches. You like these. Little hug. Kiss on the forehead. Number four, he compliments her and shows her interest.
DJ, man, then now we women, they like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So everybody knows that. So some people are careless, some people, they don't like. Personally, I'm not that type of romantic guy. And let's go to number four.
A little bit bored of that? No, you got to keep going, inshallah. Renew it. Try other ways. Number five, makes her feel secure
What was
and
number
safe.
four? Let me check number four. Bilal. Number four. Number four.
Four, he compliments her and shows her interest.
I'm really working when it comes to complimenting. I'm really worse. Like, I don't compliment things. No. I really don't know why, but I really don't compliment things. I know it's already done. It's already good. And the funny thing is that I also don't like people to complimenting me, because I have my reason why. If you're telling me that I look nice, that means like I always look bad. You're right. If you tell me like that's brilliant, means like everything I always tell before is never brilliant. I'm like I'm trying to kind of thinking the opposite of what people think. Oh, you look. I mean, I prefer you to telling me that I like your shade, I like your shirt, I like your jacket, I like your cap, I like your whatever. But don't tell me you look nice. No, it's gonna be like, oh, telling your woman you are beautiful. I already know she is. So let me just skip it. I mean, like, I'm not trying to remind you that, but some people really love it. But personally, I don't. Same as goes as a congratulation. And for me, I mean, like, somebody once told me that if you see some people congratulating you, means they were expecting you to lose. Remember, when a child is passing the class, they're congratulating her because she put on some effort, and then she passes. And if she didn't pass, they were not going to congratulating her because they were expecting the result to be tough. They were expecting the loss. And I was like, that's correct. Actually, so many people, when they clap for you, they will be like, oh, I thought you wouldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like those kind of things. Congratulations and all those kind of. I don't like them. So yeah, That's it. Let's go to no. That was number 4. Yeah.
The newness goes away after year. You guys are going to get a little bit bored of that. No, you got to keep going, inshallah. Renew it. Try other ways.
Yeah. I mean, like this is kind of right. Even though I'm not doing it, guys, you got to you got to what is that? What was the word again? What was the word? Yeah, you got to show our interest. You got to tell us.
The newness goes away after
Yeah,
when you guys
yeah.
are going to get a little bit bored of that. Try other ways. Number 5, makes her feel secure and safe, not leave her for another woman. This is
really a big thing, and then it's a big fear when you always fight. When you fight with a woman, like those kind of like emotions are always popping up. But you know, I think the best relationship is the relationship that people fight and then they chill because they discover themselves. And it's not like you fight and then tomorrow you're out of the house, or we're not gonna talk anymore. We fight tonight and then I'm blocking you on my WhatsApp or whatever and everywhere. I mean, that's not really a good relationship. A good relationship, people should fight, people should understand each other, people should acknowledge their mistakes, and people should, act and reacting well because nobody is perfect. Remember, it's only a union about two people like trying to stay together. And if you do not acknowledging that you can be wrong and someone else can be right, then your relationships is not only gonna die from the person that you are with right now, but it's gonna be dying from it's gonna be it's gonna be dead relationship from all over you're gonna be going, because you're gonna be going with the same mentality. You're gonna be going with the same characters, the same energies, which is going to be a problem. It's not gonna be that person problem, because some people can fight today and they learn, and tomorrow they are improving. You know what I'm saying? So for this, like fear, I mean, is the biggest thing in a relationship. You got to show your partner that you're gonna be there for them. And people always say about relationships about 50-50. For me, I really don't agree with that thing. Relationship is never about 50-50. It's all about all you got. Put everything that you got on the table. Don't bring me 50%. Don't bring 20%. Bring your all of you, like everything that you got. Because once you bring 50% and somebody else is bringing 100%, it's like, it's not gonna equilibrate properly. It's not gonna be balance properly. It's and that's the reason why most relationship fail, because you bring 20, somebody else is bringing 80, and there is no balance. Once you sacrifice everything that you have and your partners do the same, your relationship is going to prosper, your relationship is going to go far. you know and yeah, this is actually really true from Sheikh Bilal.
the biggest fear women have, Muslim knowledge, that the husband's going to be right. I think that's the reason which is otherwise. It's just
Yeah, really, 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 really it's strong, like actually wrong. You got to show your partner that you love them, you're going to be there for them. I mean, you got to be, I mean, you have to, that's it.
loves in his wife.
S- what do men love the most in their wives? Let's see what Shinor Bilal is saying.
The list loves his wife. There is nothing that this number one says